my name is Shay, aka the Salty Stitcher here on YouTube, and this is my 20-something video, and it doesn't really matter how many videos I've done. If you see me looking down and playing with my phone, it's because I'm playing Pokemon on my phone again for whatever reason, I don't know. So I've tried to keep that to a minimum, but I am easily distracted by it. Today is a Stitchy first. It is my first time using Forbidden Fiber Co., as well as my first time doing a Forbidden Fiber Co. mystery kit. I purchased the Goonies themed Never Say Die mystery kit or mystery box. I forget what exactly it's called. Just because I'm a huge, 90s kid movie fan, and I loved the Goonies. I've watched the Goonies multiple times. It's one of my favorites. And I thought it'd be fun. So I'm going to tell you kind of what I think about the product itself, I guess, if you want, if it's worth the money, because it was about $100, and I would say it was $130. Whether that's worth it, and then I'm also going to talk about the kind of the materials and how much I like the materials, or if I like the materials, I suppose I should say. First things first, you can actually see most of the mystery kit here. If you wanted to go back and look at the individual pieces and everything that's included in that box, you can do it in my last video. I unpacked it in my haul section. But the basic premise behind this is that there are 13 of these little envelopes. This is number 2. There are 13 of these little envelopes, and contained in this envelope is a section of the pattern, the floss you need for that pattern, and a little bag. See if I can get them out of here. They're all the way at the bottom. I think I can get them out of the things here. And a little bag of the itsy bitsiest, teeniest, tiniest puzzle pieces ever. There's supposed to be some in each one of these little, each one of these 13 envelopes, and then you're supposed to put them all together. And if I remember correctly, it shows a map. Is what the little instruction card said. I don't quite remember. If that ends up being interesting to anyone, let me know, and I can always do it at the end of all of this. Again, 13 envelopes with a piece of the pattern, a color that or floss that you need for that pattern. There's 13 of them, and the idea behind it is that you're supposed to open one every day. But you could also open it all at the same time and do it all. I like a good mystery thing, which is why I think I like Sal's so much, is I like the fact that I can chunk everything up, chunk progress up in an easier chunk. Into easier bits and pieces for me to digest. I've done 2 of these pattern pieces so far, and this is what I've got. I have a little, I'm not going to take out my top camera because I'm too lazy to do it, but I have a little ship. This is the fabric that came with the kit. It is Forbidden Fiber Co. Treasure Map. It's a 28 count Lagana. And then all of the floss in this pattern is the Forbidden Fiber Co. floss, the cotton floss that they produce themselves. So I don't think it's overdyed. I meant to look that up, but I can't remember if it's overdyed or not. It doesn't say. Sometimes what companies will do is they'll take DMC floss or Anchor floss or whatever, and then they'll dye over it, but I don't think this is overdyed. I think this is something that they are buying themselves and producing and dyeing themselves. So far, again, 2 pattern pieces, which means I have 2 colors. The first day's pattern was the sails of this little boat, which was in Bones, 629 Bones, which is a very nice neutral off-white, and then the actual boat itself is in dark walnut. Again, very nice, solid, not variegated at all brown. I checked pretty hard because I was trying to decide if I needed to do this the hard way or not. What I mean by do this the hard way is I mean taking out an entire 6-strand piece of floss and then being very specific about how I separate the floss into separate strands so that I can make sure that the variegation matches up. I didn't have to do that because it's not variegated at all. I'm pretty positive. I looked at it for a really long time. So far, I'm really enjoying it. It's super cute. Super cute. I talked about this in my last video. I really like Witch's Garden Crafts even weave. I don't remember what kind of even weave it is off the top of my head. This is 28 count Lugano, like I said, and I like it a lot. It's different than Witch's Garden Crafts in that it's not quite, the holes aren't quite as stiff, so my stitches don't come out into perfect little X's. It feels a little bit more like linen in that way. It's not loose, like for instance Weeks Dye Works linen that I used for Deadly Aquarium. That was a really loose linen. It felt like it was going to fall apart all the time. It's soft and it's pretty and it looks really good, but it's very loose in its weave. This has your classic even weave stiffness, I guess, if you want to say it that way, but it's not so stiff the way that Witch's Garden Crafts is, and I can't which is one, like, I don't say that to say that Witch's Garden Crafts is worse. They're different, and I like them both for different reasons. The reason why I love Witch's Garden's Crafts Even Weave is because it's so stiff, my stitches look so neat. This one, the neat, not the most neat stitches, but it's okay. As you fill in the pattern, it'll get more neat. The other thing I really like, this is the first time I've ever used the floss by Forbidden Floss Co. Forbidden Fiber Co. Is the floss is really quite robust. I don't know how to say it any other way than it just really covers each little square. There's not a whole bunch of like extra background peeking through, and it looks nice and solid. It feels nice and raised, and I just saw a piece I need to cut off before I forget. Come on. There we go. Sorry. If I didn't notice that waist knot, I was going to leave it on there and forget. So, this is what I got so far. This is 2 days of work. They're not very long, large amounts of stitches. The bones was like 300 and something stitches, and then the brown walnut, dark walnut, was about 400, almost 500 stitches. So pretty quick. I will. As of right now, I think everything is worth it. Again, if you want to look at everything that's in this box, I don't know why I went into that kind of weird segue, but if you want to look at everything that's in this box, it's in my last video. I think this is worth $130. I'm having fun with it. I am this kind of girl, though, so if you're not this kind of stitcher and you don't like chunks of project, I don't know, this may not be for you, but I don't know. I'm digging it. I've also bought the Hobbit Day one that they have coming out. It's like an Advent or 12 Days of Christmas Hobbit one that I will be looking at as well. I've already bought it. I'm a huge Hobbit nerd. We've talked about this. Or a huge Tolkien nerd. But I think this is worth it. This comes with a lot of stuff. It came with a needle minder. It came with a thread key. It comes with all the thread you need. The pattern, obviously. The fabric. This cute little project bag. Just really cute. A cookie, all kinds of stuff, right? And these little puzzle pieces, which I'll figure out what's going on with those in just a second. But I think it's worth it. I will open up this second one, or third day one, right quick, and show you the floss for it. I'm not going to show you the pattern, obviously. Oh, okay. Pattern or puzzle pieces. Ooh. So this is sterling. I don't think any of these are specially dyed for this pattern. I think it's just giving you what you need for the pattern. Interesting. There's only 201 stitches for sterling. And it's kind of like random stuff. Cute. I will do this tomorrow. It doesn't really tell you how many strands to use for backstitching. This is the first pattern that had some backstitching to it. I'll figure that out. I'll probably just use one unless it doesn't look good. But yeah, sterling. When this is finished, it'll be in, I don't know. I'm having a hard time finishing this video, I guess. I don't know. I have some so far, I think it's worth it. Let's say that. Jesus Christ. Let's say that. I think it's worth it so far. I'm not feeling my best today. I didn't sleep very well. So I'm a bit discombobulated. But I think it's worth it. I think you get a lot of stuff for 130 bucks. I like that it comes in these little kits that are, little individual pattern pieces. I like a good mystery box type thing. That's my favorite thing to do. And yeah, so far I'm liking the materials as well. I like the fabric a lot. I like the floss a lot. I like that so this is something that's kind of a random thing about me. I like that I don't have to hole punch the top of this. It already comes with a hole punch. Some of these types of patterns don't, or not patterns. Some of these floss companies don't do it, and it drives me a little bit nuts, I guess. I guess that's about it. I don't know what else to say. This is not going to be a very long video. I have some footage from me actually doing this. I may go into the back of this video, or the end of this video, just to give some time. But really, that's about it. if you are a mystery kit kind of friend and you like having kind of themed things, then I think this is for you. If you don't, if you're much more of a traditional stitcher who wants a single pattern that they can decide how they're going to stitch themselves, I think that this may not be for you, but I also don't think this would be totally off base for you either, to be honest, because you can do it that way if you wanted to, right? So I should mention this, maybe this is something that someone will want to know. Each pattern it's not like it only has the one color. It has all the other patterns, you know, each day's patterns. It's cumulative, right? So if you wanted to just open up 13 and just take the floss out of all the other envelopes, you could. It kind of ruined the fun, but if this isn't your jam to do it separately like this, then, you know, you shouldn't do it that way. So, sorry for the bit of a disjointed video. Hopefully you enjoyed it anyways, and Forbidden Fiber Co., lots of fun. If you're a Goonies freak, you should let me know down below. And yeah, I'll see y'all next time. Bye!